Good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the People's Republic of China's 60th Anniversary Cultural Performance Gala tonight. My name is Alan Ma, and my partner is Stephanie Mack.
大家好，欢迎来参加中华人民共和国建国60周年国庆庆祝晚会。我是麦佳音，在我旁边的这一位是 Alan Ma， 我们是大家今晚的司仪。
Tonight's performance is organized by Edmonton Chinese Community Organization in cooperation with a number of artists, musicians, and choir from Calgary and Edmonton area. The performance showcased China's historical journey. 今晚嘅表演係由點問頓華人社團以及 Calgary 點問頓多位合唱團、音樂家、舞蹈團、藝術家大家一齊合作嘅成果。 今晚嘅表演係我哋中國人民60年嘅歷史。
今晚的表演是埃德蒙顿华人社团、还有卡加利和埃德蒙顿合唱团、音乐家、舞蹈团和艺术家合作的成果。他们会演出中国人民60年的历史。
We are privileged to introduce our government representative, distinguished guests and speakers. With us tonight are the chair of the Event Planning Committee, Mrs. Mei Hung, Mr. Larry Hong, Member of Parliament for Edmonton Centre, Mr. David Chow, MLA for Edmonton McLean, Ms. Teresa Powell, MLA of Calgary, and Staff Sergeant Adrian Ma, Edmonton Police Service, Chief of Police Office, and Justice Donald Lee and his wife Peggy Lee, and Judge Jeffrey Ho. 今晚咧，我哋介紹嗰啲嘉賓咧，數位嘉賓咧就係我哋正話講過嗰啲洪陳美蘭女士、Laurie Hon 同埋嘅中央政府嘅議事議員 David Chow 同埋 Teresa Powell 係 MLA， 同埋 Staff Sergeant Adrian Ma 係 Edmonton Police Service Department 同Judge Donald Lee 同埋佢太太 Peggy Lee 同埋 Judge Jeffrey Ho。
我们很荣幸今晚的筹委会主席洪陈美兰女士，还有各位贵宾能够来参加这个晚会。今晚的贵宾包括加拿大国会议员 Laurie Hon 先生，亚省省议会议员 David 肖先生，亚省省议会议员 Teresa Wu 女士。 埃德蒙顿警察局局长 Staff Sergeant Adrian Ma、Donald Lee 法官和他的太太 Peggy Lee、Jeffrey Ho 法官。最后，中华人民共和国卡加利大使馆的吴新燕总领事将会在中场休息后到达参加我们的晚会。
The Consul General from the People's Republic of China. Will be joining us during after the intermission. He's unable to be with us at this time. 新建嘅總領事咧，中華人民共和國Calgary 嘅大使館咧，響中場之後休息咧，佢就會到埗。
OK， 請歡迎各位貴賓。
Before we invite the first speaker to the podium, we would like to make two announcements. 我哋而家有兩個報告。During the 15-minute intermissions, we like to have all the individual and the community sponsors, organizational sponsors for this event, come up here for the photo sessions and go on stage. And I like to refer to the sponsor list in the program. Secondly, at the end of the evening's performance, all the planning committees, organization committee member can come up here for a photo session as well. 咁樣中場嘅報告咧，中場休息嗰陣時咧，全部係贊助人員同埋嗰啲贊助商咧，可以上台呢度咧嚟呢個影相。咁第二樣咧係表演完畢之後咧，全部嗰啲係籌備委員會嗰啲人員咧，可以上台嚟影相嘅。
我们现在要宣布2件重要的消息，在中场休息的时候，请这个晚会的赞助商、赞助者还有贵宾上台合照，请看节目表上的赞助者名单。还有晚会完毕时， 请这个晚会的筹委会成员还有贵宾上台合照。请注意节目表上的筹委会成员名单。
Now it's our pleasure to introduce Mrs. Mei Hung, the chair of the organizing committee and also the chair of Chinese Benevolent Association for a welcome speech. 而家咧，我想請陳美蘭女士致辭。
跟着，請大家歡迎這個晚會的籌委會主席洪陳美蘭女士上台致辭。
陳美蘭，美亨。
Good evening, honored guests. Member of Parliament, Edmonton Centre, Mr. Laurie Horn and Mrs. Horn. Member of the Legislative Assembly, Edmonton McClark, Mr. David Xiao and Mrs. Xiao. And we also have here the MLA, Teresa Pa Wu from Calgary too. The General Counsel Wu Xinjian and Counsel Li Feng will be joining us at intermission. And representing the Edmonton Police Chief, Staff Sergeant Adrian Ma and Mrs. Ma, and Honorable Mr. Justice Donald Lee, Court of Queen's Bench of Alberta and Mrs. Peggy Lee, His Honor Judge Jeff Ho, Provincial Court of Alberta, community leaders, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this evening provincial performance in celebration of the 60th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. First and foremost, on behalf of the Edmonton Chinese Community Celebration Planning Committee, I wish to extend a warm welcome to all of you to the show this evening. The show is made possible through the generous donations of many individuals, businesses, and community organizations. I would like to say thanks to all these individuals and organizations for the support. Thank you. Edmontonians and Calgarians came together with a common objective of putting on a good show for all of you to enjoy this evening. Coordinating and planning for the show is not easy. For this, I would like to say thanks to the Edmonton Chinese Art Society, who is responsible for the production of this show. In addition to the performers, we have many volunteers who have put in many, many hours in order to make this show a success. The 60th anniversary planning committee members work together to ensure various aspects of the celebrations are being taken care of. A special thanks to Lan Chan Marples and Games Choi, who have put in many, many hours for the celebration activities. Let's give a round of applause to all these individuals and organizations for their support, commitment, and dedication to the show this evening. Thank you all for coming and enjoy the show.
So I will repeat May's speech in Cantonese. 歡迎各位來到這裏觀看今晚嘅晚會。首先，我代表點問鎮華人社區國慶籌委會熱烈歡迎所有今晚到來嘅嘉賓。今次嘅晚會所以能夠順利舉行，全賴響得個人、商號同埋社團組織嘅慷慨捐助。我喺呢度向個人同埋團體講聲多謝你哋嘅熱心支持，多謝。今次嘅晚會係由點問鎮同埋 Calgary 民眾一齊演出。他們都是為了一個共同嘅目標，就是為大家獻上一場精彩嘅晚會，在座各位欣賞。籌劃同埋組織今日嘅晚會係唔易嘅，喺呢度我對愛城東方藝術團講聲多謝。另外，我們仲有好多義工，為咗今晚嘅晚會獻出佢哋好多嘅私人嘅時間，為咗晚會好忙碌。國慶60週年嘅籌委會個委員亦都一齊好努力，確保今晚嘅晚會準備工作方方面都得到照應。特別要感謝嘅係陳慧蘭同埋蔡耀華，佢哋用咗好多時間嚟籌備慶祝今晚嘅晚會。所有呢啲咁多嘅人同埋社團為咗慶祝中華人民共和國60週年嘅國慶做咗好大嘅貢獻。我哋一齊為佢哋鼓掌。再次感謝各位今晚嘅光臨。 讓我哋一齊欣賞今晚嘅精彩節目。
刚才洪晨美兰女士说，欢迎各位来这里观看今晚的晚会。首先，我代表埃德蒙顿华人社团国庆筹委会，热烈欢迎所有今晚来的嘉宾。今次晚会得以顺利举行，全来很多个人，商号和社团组织的慷慨捐助。我在这里向这些人还有团体讲声，多谢你们的热心支持，谢谢。这次晚会是由埃德蒙顿和卡加利的民众一起演出，他们是为了共同一个目标，就是给大家献上一个精彩的晚会，还有给各位欣赏。筹划和组织这次的晚会很不容易，因此我想对埃德蒙顿东方艺术团说声谢谢。另外，我们还有很多义工为了晚会贡献了他们很多私人时间，为晚会而忙碌。国庆60周年筹委会委员也一起努力，保证今晚晚会准备工作的方方面面都得到照应。特别要感谢的就是陈慧兰和蔡耀华。他们花了很多时间来筹备庆祝晚会，所有这些人和社团，为了庆祝中华人民共和国60周年国庆，出了很大的贡献。让我们一起为他们鼓掌。再次感谢各位今晚的光临，让我们一起来欣赏今晚的精彩节目。
Next, we'd like to invite Mr. Laurie Horn, the Member of Parliament, and bring greeting from the Government of Canada. 跟住咧，我哋叫Mr. Laurie Horn 係中央政府嘅代表嚟講致辭。
跟着，請大家歡迎加拿大政府代表 Laurie Horn 議員上台致辭。
Thank you very much. Emily Zhao, Emily Wu Pao. I was at the hockey game last night. We'll try to forgive you for the Flames beating the Oilers. Staff Sergeant Marr, Justice Lee, Justice Ho, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. Nyo hogo heng tong tsai gafon, hyung ni ko tsai yetji. I'm not finished. No ho veng hong hai doi bui tai, gatet ko bui yin. Na hogo heng tong lemon heng chuk li gan dai yatzi. What I hope I just did was say how happy I am to join you on this important day, how proud I am to be your Member of Parliament, and what a pleasure and honor it is to join my Chinese friends to celebrate great events. And this is a great event. I want to congratulate everybody who had anything to do with putting this event on. It's a huge undertaking. I'm looking forward, Judy and I are looking forward to seeing the performances. The Chinese culture is so old and rich and colorful in music and dance that it's something to behold. And the Chinese community has been such an important part of life in Edmonton and Alberta in Canada. And I know you're very proud of that, and you should be very proud. You made a tremendous contribution to our country, and our country is a better place for that. 60 years of the People's Republic of China is obviously a very significant event. China is taking its place in the world as one of the great economic powers, and the emergence of the Chinese people, the Chinese economy, is going to make the world a better place when we can all work together for the betterment of humanity, whether it's for our individual citizens, whether it's for the environment, in so many ways that we can cooperate. And China has tremendous power and tremendous capacity to be a force for good in the world, and I look forward to the People's Republic fulfilling that role. So thank you so much for allowing Judy and I to share this evening with you. I wish you good health and prosperity. Doche lemun yu chan na tong na tai tai Judy na chuk lemun sun tai gin hong. Doche sai.
Now we'd like to invite Mr. David Chow, MLA, bring greeting from the government of Alberta. 跟住嚟咧，我哋invite David Chow 先生係省政府嘅代表。
謝謝 Laurie Horn 議員。下面請大家歡迎省政府代表 David Chow 議員上台致辭。
Before I make my remarks, I'd like to acknowledge my colleague, Teresa Wu Pao, MOA from Calgary, and MP Laurie Han and Sergeant Mar. 各位来宾、女士们、先生们，晚上好。今天我非常高兴能够借此机会，代表阿尔伯塔省政府省长 Ed Stelmach 向中华人民共和国成立60周年表示热烈的祝贺。作为一名中国人，能够与大家在一起同庆祖国的60华诞，我感到非常的荣幸和自豪。Good evening, honored guests. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to be here tonight to bring greetings from the government of Alberta and the Premier Stelmach to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the People's Republic of China. As a person who was born and grew up in mainland China, I feel especially honored to join you tonight. As we know, in recent history, China has emerged from being one of the poorest countries in the world to become one of the most dynamic economies in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, China and Alberta have come so far together in the past 60 years. Since 1970, when the Canadian government formally recognized the People's Republic of China, the relationship between our two countries has been greatly developed, including ties and cooperative efforts between Alberta's twin province of Heilongjiang, which is almost home to Edmonton's twin city of Harbin. The trade between Canada and China has grown from $100 million to $10.5 billion in 2008, making China the fourth largest destination for Canadian products. China imported $42.6 billion worth of goods, that's Canada, imported $42.6 billion worth of goods from China in 2008. This makes China the second largest source of imports to Canada. Today, China ranks as Alberta's second largest source of exports, with over $3 billion worth of goods shipped in 2008. Furthermore, Alberta is not just an economic partner with China, but also a welcoming home for Chinese immigrants. The first Chinese immigrants to Alberta arrived in the late 19th century, were faced with harsh working conditions and discrimination. Today, more than 120,000 ethnic Chinese, including myself, call Alberta home, live and work in our communities, enriching the province's multicultural identity. I'm very proud to stand before you as a member of Alberta Legislative Assembly, which is one of the most diverse legislatures in Canada. Let us take this opportunity to celebrate the bonds of our friendship and strong ties. I'm looking forward to an even more vibrant relationship between China and Alberta in the near future. Finally, I would like to sincerely wish China and its people a great future of happiness and prosperity. 最后，我衷心的祝愿中国人民更加幸福，中国更加繁荣昌盛。昨天是中秋节，我在此祝各位朋友家庭幸福和睦，万事如意。Thank you. Enjoy the evening. 谢谢。
Thank you, Mr. David Chow， 多謝。
谢谢 David Chow 议員。
跟住嚟咧，我哋有警務處長代表 Adrian Ma，we like invited from the Chief of Police, Staff Sergeant Adrian Ma。
接下来，请欢迎埃德蒙顿警察局局长 Staff Sergeant Adrian Ma 上台致辞。
Good evening, Mr. David Chow, MLA, Edmonton McClung, Mr. Laurie Hahn, Member of Parliament, Edmonton Centre, Ms. Teresa Pao Wu, MLA Calgary, Consul General Wu, Justice Donald Lee, Judge Jeffrey Ho, Chair of the Organizing Committee, Ms. Mei Hung, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Edmonton Police Service and Chief Mike Boyd, I extend warm greetings to everyone who has gathered to celebrate the People's Republic of China's 60th anniversary. To honor this event, we gather to pay respect to ancestors, reconnect with friends and family, and to enjoy our Chinese culture. The Chinese community in Edmonton plays a very important role in our city, in our culturally diverse city. I salute everyone who invests their invaluable time, skills, talents to preserving and fostering our culture. This event provides us with an opportunity to celebrate our Chinese community. And it also greatly enhances Edmonton's reputation as a friendly city by reaching out and sharing our culture and helping new members establish themselves in Edmonton. Thank you and enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you, Staff Sergeant.